All right, guys, if you were watching part 1, this is part 2, and thank you for coming back. Thank you for hopefully subscribing and thumbs up and leaving a comment. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will answer them. I will answer you back as soon as I get them, usually. But where we left off was the C-hubs and the knuckles. Now the C-hubs are the clamping scale C-hubs. I really like them. They clamp down nice and tight. You don't have to over tighten these at all. The issue that I was having last year is the top bolt or screw and the top and the lower screw were coming off and backing out, thus allowing the wheel and knuckle and everything else to move around, which at the end of the day was kind of a bad thing for me because I almost broke another VVD shaft. Now with this clamping setup, I don't have to worry about that because it's not going to come loose. The screws may come loose, but the actual C-hub is not coming off. Now in terms of the knuckle, I'm running their standard, I think it's 8-degree knuckle with the Ackerman arm. And then also if you look in there nice and deep and get my big bear paws out of the way, there is Blue Monkey's knuckle weights. That's what you're looking at right there. What I'm touching right here, right below this bolt, just on the inside, that's Blue Monkey's knuckle weight. Now this allows for me to have weights up front to give me a bias of basically 60-40. It's probably a little finer than that, but it's close enough for the video. So most people have done the weights inside the tire on the rim, which gives you rotational mass. So when you go to stop, you still have a weight force pushing you forward, especially if you have those weights on the rear tires, which will sometimes cause your ass end to lift if you're on a descent. And it doesn't even have to be a large descent. It can be a very small descent like that, which will cause your ass end to lift. Because of that rotational mass, it's almost like you skid, you slide. The wheels almost lock and you just slide across whatever you're trying to stop on. While me having these in here does not do that because they're not moving. They're actually attached to the knuckle itself. And I can add weight or take away weight. Now look, I have them on the bolts so you can see a little bit better on this side. There are mounting holes right there and right there for me to add another weight set. But I don't need that because this truck weighs already almost 11 pounds, maybe over 11 pounds with everything on there now. And it is heavy. So I've always run a heavy truck, including the Wraith. So with that being said, I am running Vanquish's titanium links. Now, the steering links and the upper and lower suspension links, as well as the upper links in the rear. With that much weight, you thought I would have broken one of these by now. Not at all. I haven't even bent one. The only thing that I have bent is my front steering link, and that's just because I hit a rock multiple times. The lower links in the front are thicker than the ones in the top. The tops you don't need super thick. They're not getting hit by anything. But the ones in the front on the lower side, man, they protect the hell out of the MIP drive shaft. And the same thing in the rear. I am running Blue Monkey RC trailing arms, which are threaded trailing arms. So instead of putting a long screw all the way through where I want to mount that shock on that 3 position there, 1, 2, 3, it's threaded on the inside. You could barely see the end of the screw there, but there's thread that they cut into this, so I don't have to add another nut down here for something else to catch on. Now we all know, crawling over stuff, the less stuff there is to catch, the better off you are. So these work really well for me. They use the Revo rod ends to replace them if I break them, and those are readily available, as everyone knows. What else? What else do I got in here? Oh, my wheels. So these are brand new, and the reason I have these Enduros set up over here These are the ones I ran last year on the Wraith. Great wheel. I have no complaints about them. Like I said, I love my Vanquish stuff, but I wanted something different this year. This year, I was searching around. A buddy of mine has a set of wheels from this particular company, and I went on their website and I was looking, and a lot of stuff was just aluminum, which I have no qualms about just doing aluminum. Obviously, my Enduros are aluminum, but they have a black ring. But I seen these wheels and they are amazing. MotoWorks RC. This is a true 1-inch beadlock style SLW rim. Now this is holding down a pair of Rock Beast XORs from Pitbull. Now if you haven't used these tires, forget about it. Look at that tread. Look at the size of the lug. They're amazing. They have side bite. They have large lugs. They work great in the mud. They have almost like suction cups inside of most of the lugs that work great in loose dirt. Trust me, we ran them all 4 days at Axial Fest last year, and there was 3 of us running them all weekend long. They are amazing, amazing tires. If you don't know about them and all you know about is the Pitbull Rock Beast, you better check out the XORs. Now this is the rear. I did a blue ring on here. The milling on these and the workmanship on these rims are phenomenal. The guys over at MotoWorks, I had some questions about them and they answered me right away. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Answer my questions. I placed my order, and they're fairly affordable. I will say they're a little bit more affordable than the Vanquish, and the quality is there. Let me tell you, the machining, the etching, it's awesome. Great quality rim and tire combo, and they do sell SLW hubs. They do sell extra rings if you run out of the rings. So a great alternative to going to the Vanquish setup. Some of you might want to know what servo I'm running. I am running the Futaba BLS 172 SV high voltage servo. Now I went through 3 Savox servos before I decided to go to this one. I got tired of replacing Savox servos, so I got this one, and this is the one I've been running for 2.5 years. I beat it, I dunked it, I put it through hell, and it keeps on running and keeps coming back for more. So if you want a good servo that you don't have to replace all the time, pick up a Futaba. It's a little on the pricey side, don't get it twisted. It is. But think about how many servos you've replaced over the lifetime of your one rig. 1, 2, 3 servos, and some people are like, well, I got a cheap $10 servo. Well, how many $10 servos are you going to buy before you buy the one that you don't have to replace anymore? All right. I think that's it for this guy. I just have a sneak peek of what this rig's going to look like. So I'm going to pause it here, slap everything together, and you guys are going to get a first time look at the Hawaiian Warrior Wagon set for Axial Fest 2016. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.